Did you know you have the power to change your life? It all depends on your beliefs. If you have limiting beliefs, you limit yourself. I'm Becky Beach, and I'm here to help you overcome your limiting beliefs so you can design your dream life. This is the Becky Beach Show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Becky Beach Show. I'm Becky Beach, and in today's episode, I'm going to tell you how to get your email subscribers to buy from you. In the past, I just couldn't get my subscribers to buy from me. You know, a lot of people have the same trouble. Like you're able to get all these subscribers from like free opt-in forms, that you put on your blog or on your website. And then once these people are on your list, they just don't buy anything you're selling. Like it's happened to me in the past, quite a bit. Like I had all these products, that I wanted to sell, these printables, and I would give them to my list for free. Because I was afraid to sell. I was thinking my list would not purchase from me, and they didn't because I didn't even sell anything. So the way I was able to get my list to buy from me was I started, offering products at like small prices, like just for $2 one day, and then like the next week or so I upped it up to like maybe $3, and then I kept increasing the price of the product I was selling. And then I made sure to nurture my list and provide them lots of value. I gave them a know, like, and trust factor. So I told stories about myself, that were true, like kind of like a coffee chat in my email, like basically what I did that day, and stuff like that. And I would try to email them at least twice a week. And then like on my other list, I actually email them every single day. So I have two lists, one where I'll email them once or twice a week. And that has like 50,000 people on it. And the second list has 5,000 people, and I email them every single day. And the reason for that's the business to business list. And there's offers every single day, new offers. So I make sure to email them. And then there's also a tag that they can select, and it makes them only get emailed once a week. So that way people that don't want to get emailed every day could opt to just do once a week. So you can do that with ConvertKit. It's a really good email provider. You can just make it a tag, so when somebody selects that tag or selects a link and you put a tag on it, they're on the only email once a week list. That way you have an email where you email every single day from people that want to hear from you every day. There's also a list, also part of your list that just wants to hear from you once a week. So I just think emailing every single day is just the way to go. I'm going to start doing that with my 50,000 people list, because that way they get to know me a lot more, and they start to expect my emails every day, and then they're able to relate to me more, because once people know, like, and trust you, they're going to buy from you. Yeah, because I'm going back to what I was talking about before, where I was giving everything for free. Like a lot of people fall into that trap where they just don't think their stuff is worth any money, so they just want to give it all for free. And I understand that completely. It is easy to get into that mindset where you don't think your products are worth any money, so you're just giving everything for free. And you just got to stop that, because you deserve to make money from your products. Like, you shouldn't give them all for free, because you're providing all this time and energy into your products, and money is energy. So you deserve, you deserve money for what you're selling, and also creating. So I just recommend, emailing every single day. And in the emails, you should talk about stuff you did that day, and also like little stories you have about yourself. That way people, understand and relate to you better. Like, for instance, today I was talking about how I had an interview like last night, and I was interviewing for this summit. I'm going to be in a summit next week, and I'm really excited about it. And I was talking to Latanya, and she's the host of the summit, and she's like really awesome lady. And I was talking to her, and then I noticed, that I had really dry skin on my forehead. It was like so dry. And because I usually don't wear this foundation I put on. It's like some kind of makeup I put on. And then it was really dry later. And it was like, I felt like everybody could see in the camera, but I just ignored it. And I just kept going on with the interview. And then I talked about that in my email list, just simple things like that, and I said it might be a sign of aging, because I'm going to be turning 40 on Sunday, February 20th. So I'm going to be 40 years old. Right now I'm 39. So I'm going to be 40 years old, and it's just such a big deal for me. Especially because my mother, when she turned 40, she just lost her mind because she had schizophrenia, and she just, she ended up having to go into a mental hospital around 40. So I'm just kind of worried about myself, so I make sure I take my medicine. I have bipolar disorder. So I make sure I take my medicine. So I'm just kind of scared about being 40 because of that, because mental illness is hereditary. So that's like something I'm scared of. But otherwise, I'm all for being 40. It's a really like awesome age. I love fours, So, like I probably just went off on a tangent, but I want to get back to how to sell in your email, because it's just so important, to just relate to people. You can just tell stories about that, just what I just said. You could tell them about your day, just anything. Just talk about yourself, what you did. Like maybe you went, to a salon, and got your hair done, or you got your nails done, or you went to the park and noticed like some cute animals. Well, there's a list. There's an email for your list. So there's just talk about nothing. You ever seen Seinfeld where they just talk about nothing, and they just go through this show, and they're just like normal interactions. Well, you can just have your email, talk about that, and also provide value, like whatever it is your niche is. Like say your niche, is like for moms, you would just talk about how you parented your kids, and give them parenting advice on how they can parent their kids better. Just stuff like that. You just talk about whatever in your list, depending on your niche. Like for my niche, I have two lists. One is business to business, and one is business to customer. And in the business to customer list, I mostly talk about my son, and how I'm raising him, because it's like more for moms. And I also sell like personal use printables to that list. So I always have like my personal use printable store at the bottom, in a way where they can save money. So a lot of people will just buy from every single week. They'll buy something from my shop, because I make sure to promote my shop in my email. Like, just don't be afraid to promote yourself to your email list, because like people will end up buying from you if they know, like, and trust you. So I just make sure I get people to understand where I'm coming from and relate to me, because once they do, then they'll buy from me, because nobody wants to buy from me if they don't know who I am, where I'm coming from. Like they just can't relate to me. They're not going to purchase. Yeah, it's just very important that you just send out an email at least once a week. Send out an email and send it out, as a nurturing, because how you have plants. If you don't water your plants, every few days, they're gonna die. It's the same with your email list. If you don't nurture them every single week, at least once a week, and send out an email to remind them who you are, then they're just getting unsubscribing. Like there was somebody recently that has been gone for like a year. And she has a list of 100,000 people, like what she claims, and she hasn't emailed them for like a whole year. And finally, she sent an email to me, and I was like, "Who is this person? I didn't even remember her." But then I looked her up on Google, and I says, "Oh yeah, I remember that lady. She used to email every single day, but she's just stopped emailing." So I imagine that a lot of people unsubscribe because they just forgot who she was. And now she's getting all these unsubscribes from her list. I imagine her list is even lower because she just stopped emailing them every single week. Like she was emailing at least once a week, and now she stopped. So I imagine she's gotten lots of unsubscribes. And the same thing goes for me. Like one time, I decided not to email my list for like 3 weeks because I just got really busy and I just didn't feel like I had the time. So I just stopped emailing. And it was the business to customer list of 50,000 people. And a lot of people unsubscribed when I finally did send an email because they just forgot who I was. So you got to remind these people who you are by emailing at least once a week, because there's like tons and tons of people that are in their inbox. Like they probably subscribe to lots of people, and you got to make yourself stand out. And the way I make my email stand out is I put an emoticon at the front of my email, and also like a catchy title that provokes curiosity. And another way that I get people to buy from me too is for my business to business list is I make bonuses. So I have like a bonus page now. I used to just make bonuses for each product, but now I have a bonus page. And then now like they get a bonus if they buy with my link. So it's just a way that I get people to purchase from me, because in the business to business niche, and especially in my community, I sell PLR, which is commercial use printables. There's a lot of people that also sell the same printables of everybody else, and they do it with affiliate marketing. And in my niche, you get 50% of the sale. So a lot of people will like try to sell the same things. So by offering a bonus, I actually get more people to buy from me. And plus, I'm providing information about my life. With my coffee chat emails, like I make sure to talk about myself, just like I was meeting a friend for coffee and discussing my life. I do the same thing in my email, so my customers know they know I'm a real person that has the same struggles that they do, so they're able to relate to me more. Because a lot of times you'll get an email and you may think it sounds like robotic, like it's not even a person. All the email is saying is to buy something, and you're like, who is this person? Like, I'm not going to buy for them. I don't even know them. Well, if you make yourself relatable and actually talk about yourself in your emails, then more people are going to end up purchasing from you. That's what you have to do in order to get people to buy from you. Yeah, there was a time where I just didn't talk about myself at all. It was very, very private. I just didn't mention myself, like anything about me. But then I just showed a picture of the printable, in my email, and I said, hey, buy this, and I put some benefits of the printable. But you guessed it, nobody bought it because they didn't know me. They didn't, like or trust me because I wasn't sharing about myself. And you might be like a really private person, like you're afraid to share about yourself. Well, you just got to get over that fear. Just share little stuff about yourself that you would, share on a survey. If you're taking a survey, like a lot of times there'll be surveys at the mall and they'll give you like a $5 coupon or something, if you fill the survey. Well, just, talk about like little things about yourself. And once you're more comfortable, you can talk about like more stuff about yourself. But you just got to get over your fear of putting yourself out there, because if you don't, then you're not going to make any sales. It's just so important, to make people know, like, and trust you. And it's all you. You have to put yourself out there. You have to tell people about who you are, where you're coming from. Just like that song, remember that song? I think it's by NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys. I always get them confused, but it goes, I don't care who you are, where you're from, don't care what you did, as long as you love me. Like, remember that song? So you just got, it's kind of relatable to that, so you just got to, make them care who you are and what you did, and make them, know that you love them, in your emails. So it's just so super important that you talk about yourself in your emails, because I have like a coaching group. I actually have a membership called the Printable Sellers Bootcamp. And in that bootcamp, I make sure to tell all my members that they have to, talk about themselves in their email. A lot of them are, and they're seeing results. They're getting more sales. And they're also giving out bonuses in their emails, and now they're getting more sales from from affiliate links. So it's just super important. It really works to talk about yourself in your email. Like, there's just nothing that's gonna get people to buy from you other than that. Like, that's the most important thing you could do is to talk about yourself. Like, and what kind of person you are, so people can relate to you. Once they relate to you, they will buy from you. And it really makes a lot of sense, because you may be thinking, well, I just don't want to talk about myself. Like, I don't want anybody to know about me. I don't know these people. Well, you got to have a tribe. They're your tribe. They're people that want to hear from you, that care about you, or else they would unsubscribe. So they're on your list for a reason. Like, maybe you gave them a free opt-in and a promise that you would help them with their problem, because that's why they're following you, because they know that you could help them with their problem. Like, I have like two lists, and one list, is following me because I'm a mom, and they can, get information about how to be a better parent, and also organizing. Like, I talk about organizing quite a bit and cleaning in my email. So they know they can count on me to give them advice on like being a mom and cleaning and organizing. And the other list can count on me for providing them with the latest, commercial use printables, because they're like mostly Etsy shop sellers, or they have a Shopify store, or they self-publish on Amazon KDP. So they're looking for products that they could self-publish and also list in their stores, because these are commercial use printables that can be resold and customized. A lot of them are in PowerPoint templates or Canva templates, and you can just add your logo and change the colors in these templates, and then you can list them on Etsy. And a lot of people are selling them in my niche. I'm in the PLR niche. So a lot of people are selling them, and the same people are selling them. So if I don't offer like a bonus, then nobody's going to buy from me. And plus, I make sure to talk about myself so they can relate to me, because there's so many sellers that just aren't talking about themselves. And I imagine they're not getting that many sales because they're just not putting themselves out there and relating to their tribe and their email subscribers. So you just got to make sure you talk about yourself. Like I said, that's just the number one thing I can think of that would make people buy from you. And it's helped me, because I made $20,000 from my list last month, just from my list, just from sending out emails from both lists. I think one list I made $5,000, and the other list, I made $15,000. And the one that was smaller, the 5,000 people list, it made the most money than the 50,000 list. And it's because the 5,000 list is being emailed every single day. So I'm able to make more money from them because they know, like, and trust me a lot more than the people that I email just once a week. Because the 50,000 people, I'm emailing them like once or twice a week. And now I'm thinking that I should email them every day, the 50,000 people. If I email them every day and also gave them an option to just be emailed once a week, then I'm sure I would make even more money. And it's all because I left my job. I was probably making like 10,000 extra a month, with my job. But because I left my job in September, I'm able to focus solely on my business and solely on the people I'm helping. Because if you provide value to your audience, you're going to make money. Because these people are going to say, yeah, this person is going to help me with my problems, because these people are following you because they have a problem. And if you're not providing a solution, then they're going to, unsubscribe and, subscribe to somebody else's email. They want their problem solved, and you're the go-to person in your niche to solve those problems. So you need to provide products like printables or maybe spreadsheets or ebooks that solve the problems of your customer. Or maybe you're a physical product seller. Like, come out with some product that will solve the problems. Because if you solve people's problems, then you're going to make a lot of money. That's how entrepreneurship works, is you solve problems. It's all about solving people's problems and giving them results. And so I make sure to do that with my products. Like, I make sure to solve problems, and that makes it an easy sell. Because if your product really honestly and truly helps a person, and you make sure to let them know exactly what it does to meet their needs, like why it's going to help them, how it's going to transform them, and how it's going to take their problem away, then you're going to make a sale. And added to the fact that they know, like, and trust you, because you're like sending emails out talking about yourself, about your life. They know you're not just some robot, because it can be hard to understand who's a person and who's not, because sometimes there's automatic emails that are sent out, and that's not from a real person. So you got to make your emails sound like they're coming from a real person, so real people can relate to you. Because behind the computer, there's somebody there. It might be hard to understand that, but behind the computer, there's a real person, responding to you. So you have to make sure that you respond to them in the same way that you would want them to respond to you, by being a real person. And a lot of times people will respond to my emails because I feel like I'm talking to them. I feel like that they're the only person I'm talking to in their emails, that they're getting. Even though I have like 50,000 people on one list and 5,000 people on the other list, those people think that I'm talking to them directly. So a lot of times they'll email me back and talk about themselves, and I get to know them. And I probably get like maybe 20 to 30 people emailing me back, and I make sure to answer each email myself. Like, I don't have a VA that answers emails, because email is the number one moneymaker in my business. So I want to be in charge of my email list, and everything else that makes money, I can give to a virtual assistant, because I just hired somebody full time as a virtual assistant, and they're this lovely lady named Catherine from the Philippines. And she's really talented, so I hired her to help me list products and stuff like that. But I make sure to answer my emails, because the email is the number one money maker in a business. Because you can't rely on social media. You may think that if you have like 1 million Instagram followers, or like Facebook likes, or like YouTube subscribers or whatever, then it doesn't matter, because back then Facebook changed its algorithm. It used to show on the feed of people that liked you, your product, and what you were selling. But now it doesn't. You have to pay to play. So in order to get people to see you on Facebook, you have to boost your posts and pay money. It's like a pay to play. And like Instagram's the same way, because Facebook bought Instagram. So now even if you have all those followers, you're still not going to get much traffic. So it's always important to get people on your email list. And I know there's this really good influencer named Ike Paz, and he has a YouTube channel with over 10,000 people, and he's really good about getting people on his email list. And I see his emails all the time, and he's always, promoting affiliate products and his own products to his email list. And he also makes YouTube videos, but he makes sure to get people on his list. They're his customers, and also I think he offers like freebies, to get people to opt in on his list. And it's in the video description on how they can get a freebie to get on his list, because you have to offer a freebie to get people to subscribe to your list. You can't just say, oh, subscribe to my list for tips and tricks. That's what I used to do. I used to say, subscribe to my list for tips and tricks when I first started, blogging. And, hardly anybody subscribed. It wasn't until I gave like a printable workbook on goals that people start subscribing to my list, and I end up getting like 1,000 people in a month because everybody wanted my workbook, so they made sure to opt into my list. And if you use PLR, commercial use printables, and I sell them at my store, plrbeach.com, if you use those to customize it, it's like very inexpensive. Like the lowest printable I sell is like $7, and they go up to like $47. So they're not too much money, and you can actually resell them and make your money back and rebrand them. They're PowerPoint documents. So if you just like make a few pages out of that PLR, it's like super fast. You can probably get it done in an hour and have a freebie to get subscribers to your email list. And I recommend, going into these free printables Facebook groups. You just search, in groups in Facebook, free printables, and all these free printables Facebook groups come up. And then you give the opt-in form of your printable as a post, and people will sign up because a lot of people are there because they want free printables. So they'll sign up to your email list. You'll get lots of email subscribers in a week. And I had somebody recently do this after I gave her the advice, and she got 500 email subscribers in a month from just posting in free printables Facebook groups. Like she posted a page with her form, so they signed up to her email list, and then also she redirected them to a sales page, and it's called a Tripwire. And a Tripwire just has a product, that's kind of that's even more valuable than the freebie. Maybe you just took a few pages out of the planner and then give it as the freebie, and then now they could upgrade to the full planner as the paid product. Then you get a subscriber and a customer all in one if you have them redirect to a sales page. And I'm going to be having a Tripwire Mastermind where you'll learn how to make tripwires, and you're going to be able to get access to my Tripwire Mastermind that's coming up if you purchase the Create, Launch, and Convert bundle with my link. And I'll have my link in the podcast notes, and also if you're watching on YouTube, I'll have it in the video description. And this Tripwire Mastermind is going to be on Thursday the 24th at 11 a.m. Central Time, and it's not going to be on my bonus page, so it's going to be sold later for $47. And I'm going to be creating a free opt-in form and then have it redirect to a sales page or a Tripwire. And that way I get a subscriber and a possible sale. And if you can't make it, I'll record this training. So make sure you purchase the Create, Launch, and Convert bundle with my link. And I'll have my link, in the show notes and also in the video description box. Because this Create, Launch, and Convert bundle is really awesome. You get 3,000 worth of products that help you do marketing and blogging. Because, I spent like $5,000 on courses, in the past. And you can really spend a lot of money on courses, but this bundle is only $97 and you get 3,000 worth of products and courses. It's like a really great deal. So I'll have that, linked in the show notes and also in the video description box. It's like really awesome because it'll help you get more email subscribers, and also it will teach you how to sell to them more. Because Monica Froze, like I'm in her mastermind group, she's given an email list booster toolbox. And also Faith, a really good friend of mine, she has a course on creating printables. So it's a really awesome bundle. I highly recommend that you check it out. And I'll have the links again in the show notes and also in the video description box. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned how to sell with your email. Because again, it's all about getting people to know, like, and trust you. And the way you do that is to talk about yourself just like you were talking to a friend over a cup of coffee. You would just talk about the same things you would talk to the friend about. You wouldn't, share any intimate, personal situations like of yourself having sex or anything like that. You just share about, basic casual stuff that you did that you would speak to a girlfriend about, over coffee. So that's what I do. I just talk about myself. So again, I hope you have a great day. Goodbye. Thank you so much for listening to the Becky Beach Show. Please go to mombeach.com/podcast to learn more about my podcast and for show notes. If you want a 2022 free printable goal planner, please go to mombeach.com/subscribe. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Have a great day. Goodbye.